Welcome to our final game of coverage for this Ultimate Australia 2020 qualifying tournament. We're going to try something here. We're going to try and cover the qualifying games to go. On the left of screen, we see we've got Quench Thirst. I just have to change that scoreboard. We also have a special secondary scoreboard that we're going to have up through this game. I was focusing on trying to get that up more than changing the other scoreboard. In white behind, over here we've got Outbreak. Outbreak on the far field are playing against HOS Carnage. HOS Carnage in maroon. And on the close field here, we've got Ballarat. So we're going to do our best to try and cover both games as the pool goes up. It's a one-man show. I'm here because I want to be here. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. This is going out for free. If you enjoyed this game or any of the other games, just consider slinging us a couple of bucks. We really appreciate your support. Great start from Quench here. As that's the hooter, the games get started. We're already started here on the close field. Cool on this field. We'll swap over to the other one. Hope you like my little ADHD brain. Wilson Tran puts up this first point for Outbreak. Doesn't quite come in. Carnage get a look. And now we're back over here after the stoppage. Look, it's all working out. Another turn here. Dual coverage. It's crazy, but it's happening. I'm filming this instead of the final. We've got Colony Chile final happening behind us. I've seen that before. These games are exciting. And we've got Quench Thirst opening up the scoring over here. Nice solid start. And we're back over at the far field. Outbreak getting another opportunity, an offense still nil all over there. Mazar with a huck. Can't reel it in. All right, I'm going to sort this out. We're going to keep pushing. It'll happen. Let's do it. Ball comes up. Foul over there. Let's follow this play for now. Huck up from Ballarat. Great take. All right, Outbreak to score the first point of that game over there. It's probably maybe a bit too complicated for my small little pea brain. We'll see how we go. So I've got Rob Swan here with me. He wants to join in on this madness. I don't think he exactly realises what he's in for. Here we go, Rob. I've got you in now. So what I'm trying to do, just to preface it, I'm looking at these two fields in front of me, trying to show both scoreboards at once, trying to follow both games. Currently looking at HOS, 1-0 down at Outbreak. Trying to call both games at once by myself. Filming lots of Frisbee. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. We've just come off a win against Frisbee in the 7 and 8.
Beautiful. And we being Ellipsis men's?
Absolutely, yes.
Beautiful. As the ball goes up from Quench.
All right. So Quench have been to a number of Division 1 nationals, seen a bit of a downturn in results in recent years, but have been to nationals quite a number of times. A long stay, best place finish coming in 5th. Ballarat, the young upstart team with a lot of talent, looking to break it in for their first Division 1 nationals. Really a matchup for the ages.
Speaking of matchup for the ages, on the far field, Carnage with the disc in hand. Welcome to the crazy.
You're right, this is insane. But that's beautiful. A little bit of a stoppage here as
This is a bit of teething as we work out how this tournament works.
Means there's always something awesome happening. As
currently an awesome foul call over there. They'll sort that out. We'll come back to this game.
Yeah, well, there's a different foul call. Very good.
It's all happening here, Rob.
It's the beauty of ultimate Frisbee in action. You know, sometimes there's 4 and 5 games to watch, and other times there's 4 or 5 fields of people standing around having a chat to watch.
And still we've got nothing to say.
Back in action here on the close field. Anthony O'Hagan with a disc. Been having a good time. Oh, shoots to the end zone and just out of the reach of Tom Boyle.
And that stoppage will shoot over. Carnage with the disc on the front of the end zone.
Oh. Very nearly Callahan, but
Callahan dropped by Schrader.
That's all right. Could be worse.
Outbreak get the opportunity to be 2-0 up over there. We'll stay with that for now. Easy goal. Davis to Schrader. Outbreak 2-0 up.
Very good, very good.
And that all happened, and now we're back with the other game. Welcome to Crazy, Rob.
That's all right. There's always something going on. Never short of material here. Bench kick into action. This looks like bench D-line. Sorry, bench the name of the club. As that shot goes up, high stall count, lot going on, and quite a little bit out of the reach of Garrick. Decides to do a tumble. Maybe he'll have a post-retirement career as a gymnast.
Oh.
Tom Boyle with a disc again. Whoop. Shoots to Prendergrass. Quench just scrambling. Hammer goes up. No shortage of excitement here. And Garrick earns it back with a block.
Yeah, beautiful block. I'm glad that you know their names. You're familiar with these Quench boys?
Yeah, I played 3 or 4 years and that's a bit of an overshot. Can't find Matt Finn going deep.
Yeah, I filmed an earlier Quench game on this field, and I think it called about 3 different people, Chodos. They're all wearing the same headscarf.
Yeah. The ninja himself. But no, I've played in numerous years with bench under various different names, had a long and illustrious career, and it's good to see them out here playing important games that matter at this stage. Shot goes up from Ballarat. Oh, it's bobbling. Oh, and 2 hands in the wind. Quench with another opportunity to make it happen. And that bounces off the hands of Matt Finn.
As we see a call here, we'll swap over to this other field. Nice big pool. It's probably a brick. We've got time. Come back.
Not a brick, but rolling well into the construction.
At least there's a fence over there to stop it. On this stream field, we've had a minute plus pools.
Yeah, you can see some teams have started getting their injured players or players on the sideline dropping back behind the end zone to stop those pools, bring them up, and just keep the game going.
Yeah, so you're saying there's still a position for a water boy?
Absolutely, Rex. You could be a Division 1 pool stopper back of the end zone.
I think that was my position when I was actually on the team. Not gonna lie.
Ballarat close out the end zone here. Tommy Boyle flips it in the air. That is very cheeky.
Beautiful from Ballarat. Brings it to 3-2.
3-2. Nice tight game. And
let's call it 2-2. We'll figure that out.
Yep. Bench with a lot of opportunities to go into the win there. The D-line not being able to get it done, but their offensive line will come out strong going downwind here.
And as we swap over to the other field, the great D by Brill. I realise it's probably substantially harder for you to see because you're not zoomed in and looking right at it. But Mazar picking up the disc for Outbreak.
I can see it when I'm looking at it. There's just a million billion people here.
Yeah, lots of people excited about these games.
Oh, it's an unfortunate turnover. Mazar looking to lead his player out to that side, but elects for the dad backhand. Maybe doesn't trust his flick.
On the close field, still twiddling the thumbs. We'll stay with the far field for now.
Carnage look like they're playing out of a vert stack here.
Yeah. Great for Bix vert stacks, isn't it?
Yeah, there's lots of space when you put all the defenders in one place.
It's crazy how it be.
Sometimes they don't think it'd be like that.
It sure be. It sure do.
Carnage making great work. Lots of nice inside flicks. We've seen those be really vital to teams' offense. Ooh. Swing goes awry and falls back. Yeah,
we'll swap back to this close game.
This will be only Sal with the disc here. Nice swing to Zach Chodos. Front Bryce Winchester here. This is definitely a very experienced Quench line as they go back to Sal. Sal to Martin Forrest, one of the founders of Bench. Takes Chodos in the middle there. The spirit, heart and soul, Max Howden of Bench. Flips into Bryce Winchester, and that's the kind of downwind experienced offense we'd expect from this bench O-line.
Yeah, as we say, we can zoom in on the celebration from Outbreak. It looks like they've scored another goal. So close field 3-2, far field 3-zip.
Interesting. Outbreak showing their class early in the game over Carnage. It's all downwind action at the moment.
Here we go, bench. Let's keep building that pressure.
Getting a lot of talk. It's nice to see that on this close field here. We've actually got a coach for both of these teams. Of course, we talked about earlier in the day about Greta Murdoch, one of Australia's most decorated coaches, and truly one of the driving forces behind this Ballarat program, which has generated so much youth capability and really a breeding ground for future stars. And then Matthew Visor and Dave Kahn coaching both bench alumni, playing various injury reasons have to sit out the season. They're both working together to coach this bench team.
Yeah, it helps to have a few people around with some injuries, as you would know.
Yes, I've spent some time with a torn Achilles coaching.
Yeah, you find other ways to be useful, like collecting water or commentating?
Yeah, nothing like prompting a career change other than a season-ending injury. That's beautiful. It looks like there's a timeout being called, probably by Carnage, potentially by their coach, Simon Talbot, long-standing member of the heads of state coaching squad.
Yeah, I remember he telling me he was all set to retire about 18 months ago, but here he is hobbling around.
Yeah, got a big moon boot and crutches on, so good to see he's still making his money's worth, calling timeouts as they're 3 down.
I'm sure Carnage will have a bit of fight left in them still.
Absolutely. Back on this close field here, we can see Ballarat going against the bench defensive line. Throws looking a lot crisper going down into the wind, even as things are a little bit difficult. Schweisner with the disc. Being marked quite tightly, and that's just a little bit of an overthrow. And Quench had a lot of opportunities in that last point to go into the wind here. Let's see if they can do something a bit different. They're coming out in their offense. They're playing what looks like a hex, and it's generating a decent number of shots, but they've ripped it long, gone over the yardage play, and that has sailed onto the far field.
Champagne ultimate, Mr. Swan.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to grip it and then immediately after rip it.
Yeah, preferably in the field though, however.
Yeah, really making life tough for his receivers there, but doing his best. You know, really got his heart in that throw. As we have a look in the far field, Pool goes up, sits in the air for about 3.5 minutes, lands down at a watching Outbreak player, and Carnage will look to put their first dent in the scoreboard here.
As we have a turn on this close field. We'll stay with the far for now.
Oh, creative. Flip over in the middle there. Teams finding just this downwind so much easier to do.
Oh, let's have a look at this crazy huck. Fielded by Quench. Stay with Quench score for now.
Oh, outside the end zone. Oh, and they've done it. They've gone into the wind. That'll be very important for Quench. They've done a really great job here. They've connected on one of those hucks. I think it might be one of their options to look for that longer shot, even if it's a low percentage. If you can connect on one, that makes it so much easier, so much more threatening to get an easy, like, little shot into the end zone there. So great work from them. Flip the field around. And on the far field, looks like
Carnage have just scored. So the beauty of trying to cover both games is that you cover none. So I missed both of those scores.
Yes, well, I can confirm that the score did happen.
Yeah, I'll zoom in on Bullman with the disc. He's holding it.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Line is a bit too far, a bit too wobbly. It's not actually Bullman. Close enough.
Looks like Smiley to me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know lots of people, Rob. That's why you're sitting in that chair.
Thank you, thank you. I've also got good vision.
2020?
Better.
Oh, mate. See you next year. I'm having fun. Hope you're having fun. We're putting this game out for free. If you like it, consider throwing us a couple of bucks. We're here off our own backs this weekend. So, yeah, help pay for my goodies. I appreciate it.
Exactly. Support your illustrious commentators and their burgeoning career. I need a third yacht.
I don't know when any money's heading your way. Got a lot of bills to pay before that happens. Both teams kicking off at the same time.
Beautiful. That's what we love to see. That's all right. Kevin Yuan has ripped that pull. It's landed in, but it's well out the back.
Yeah, we've got a minute to spare. Let's go to the far field.
Outbreak working quickly down this close sideline. Eichner with a disc, fakes the big. They're really stuck on the sideline here, but passes aren't too troubling.
I actually really enjoy this format. Like, this is probably the first tournament I've been to where I haven't been motivated to film the final. Like, the final's happening behind us, but like, no one really cares. These games to go, they're the big ones that make or break seasons.
Absolutely. The second HOS team has appeared at Nationals a couple of times, so they really want to keep that going. Outbreak have really put all their eggs in this basket to go here. Yeah. Oh, Outbreak flips that one in. That's very nice for them to hold that downwinder. Oh, Quench get an opportunity to knock in a short fielder here.
Yeah, swing pass from Ballarat. Doesn't quite connect. We'll stay with this for the eventual goal.
Yeah, really great to see. There's just a lot of narrative here. There's really a lot riding on this for these teams. Quench looking to maintain their unbroken streak of being the last seed at Nationals 2 years in a row. And Ballarat looking to make a splash. They've really been traditionally a Division 2 team and have sort of made some noise there and been one of the useful teams there. So really looking to take the step up as a well taken and well spiked. You love to see that. Oh, maybe we'll have a chat about it. Potentially a bit of a down call.
Oh, I've already put the score on.
That's all right. I have a good feeling about this. I think they'll let this one go.
Yeah, I've got a replay. Let's give it a go. It's tough trying to coordinate replays and also watch 2 games at once. Oh, the slow stroll up. I don't know if I was exactly looking at what was going on. I could see maybe 2 pixels. It's close.
Looks good to me on the screen, but I have a very small screen and it's really bright out here.
I think you just have to own it. We've definitely got the best perspective.
Yeah.
My scoreboard says 5, but I'm also a bit distracted, shall we say.
I'm inclined to believe Zach Chodos in all walks of life.
But maybe that 5 was when they just scored that goal, so I don't know.
He's changed the scoreboard, so, you know, more power to him.
Sounds like a sure thing.
At least there's something going on the far field here. Carnage at about half field, going downwind here, so, whoop! And he's flipped that up into the defender there. Yeah, he knows what he's done. He's put his hand up there. Good to see that sort of recognition and owning your actions from younger players. As Sean Davis calls a foul on the mark, looks like. So the stoppage on this close field looks like it's finally come to an end, and Quench had the disc again as the wind is picked up and become incredibly gusty. I would be... Oh, there we go. A bit of a flip in over the top. Kevin Yuan seals that one for bench.
And I think that makes it the 3-5. They'll probably talk about it.
Yep.
Aaron Huck from Davis doesn't go anywhere. Carnage looked to start the offense.
Quite actually a reasonable decision, I think, from Davis. I think this Carnage offense has been, you know, misfiring a few times, and as we saw in the previous game when Outbreak are playing Ballarat, they've actually got quite an aggressive defense. And so playing for yardage and then trying to get blocks is probably going to be an effective strategy for them, rather than trying to improve their offense and really work in the wind here.
Yeah, this Outbreak team doesn't have superstars. They've just got a lot of middle.
Yeah, and Carnage have looked long there, unable to complete. He's put his hand up to take responsibility for that one, but I really think the throw was asking a lot. Not much more that he could have done to turn that into points on the board.
Yeah.
Good to see an abundance of responsibility, though.
Nice windy Frisbee from both fields.
Yes, exactly. Plenty of getting up money's worth. Sean Davis, beautiful inside flick to get the action going, and then a shot again. Schrader's out the back. He has been overshot repeateded.
The last couple of hucks have been too flat. I've played a lot of games with Schrader. He always says, just throw it in the air and I'll do the rest.
Outbreak strategy's working for them. Carnage have coughed it up, and now they've only got about 15 to go. Looks like they're now looking to play controlled. Nice break throws out of the hands of Everett Hernandez. Oh, he's dancing around. He hates that.
Yeah, loves the old jig after a drop.
That's all right. Back in this close field here. Shot goes up from Ballarat. It's got a bounce on it.
Beaten by the wind.
Yeah, looks like this Quench O-line potentially. It's definitely their O-line. I'm not sure if they started or no, but they'll be going into the wind.
Beautiful huck from Carnage.
Yeah, it looks like they're pretty close to flipping it in here. If they can have the disciplined O here that they haven't had on the rest of the field.
Yeah, both teams being nice and keeping the disc up the same end of the field so we can watch both at once.
Yeah, Bullman with a disc, no options out the front.
And a turn on the close and a goal for Carnage.
Goal for Carnage. Ballarat looking to put it in here. The experienced Quench line can put some real pressure, and that one flips up high. Oh, and unfortunately, no Quench defenders able to get in the way of that pass, and Ballarat have flipped that one in downwind. So Ballarat showing they're capable of putting them in downwind and getting it done there, but really Bench having that previous break into the wind there really put them on the front foot, and if they can just keep holding their downwind opportunities, they'll come out ahead. Ballarat really in the position where they need to be the ones to do something. They need to be the ones to break into the wind if they want to get back in the driver's seat of this game.
Yeah, just while we're here with a bit of dead time, a huge thank you to the Ultimate Australia Tour Qualifying Committee. They're having a lot of hand in all the events, putting in a lot of volunteer hours. We're appreciative of all your work.
Absolutely, and excited to see what happens at the Tour Event 2 and Tour Event 3, the Australian Open.
Yeah, both in Sydney, I hear.
Yep. Weird.
Solid, yep.
But field bookings are just, you know, you do the best you can.
not to be. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, you know, you make plans and you try your best, and then the council tells you can't play. So,
So what you're trying to say is that it might be in Sydney in heavy quotation marks.
no, I think they'll get ahead with it. Unbelievable huck from Ben Foley and Outbreak. Looked like it was, for all the world, gone out the side. Popped over for a goal, though.
Yeah, the goal from Razar brings it up to 5-2.
Looks like there might be a chat about it, though, as Bench goes the other way. Max Howden shoots out the back. He's got his boy, Martin Linus, in the goal. That is crisp. Bench holding very well, going downwind, looking very, very effective. Basically unstoppable. And on the far field, looks like that goal for Outbreak will stand.
Beautiful update. My scoreboard to 5-2 on the close. And I think we're at 4-7 on the Ballarat Quench game.
Yes, 5-2 on the far field.
Yeah, that's exactly the words I just used. Thank you very much for joining me, Swan. It was getting a bit lonely here by myself.
No worries, an absolute pleasure to be involved and broadcasting my voice to tens of thousands of listeners who obviously love my unsolicited opinions.
100%. And there's no bias in any way, I imagine.
Absolutely not. You know, I'm here for a good game. I think there's really going to be no losers here, except the team that loses.
Oh, I'm feeling like a bit of a loser here by myself. But I'm glad you're here to help me through it, Rob.
No worries, whatever you need, Rexy.
Pina colada, maybe?
Kill for a frothy.
We'll get there. There's plenty of Frisbee to watch.
Absolutely. Quench pull this one out the side, but it's landed in. I've seen actually a few teams elect for these sorts of pulls. Put them in a good position to get a trap and really put a lot of pressure on the thrower straight away. Tom Boyle with a disc, waves it around a few times, and this one is going for distance. Yep, there we go. Pops up into the air, and Matt Finn with a block. So Quench will be going into the wind here, as on the far field, Outbreak have just given Carnage a short field, and they flipped it straight in, but Schrader screaming across for the block. So that'll be Outbreak going back into the wind, just like Quench on this close field.
Yeah, personal hero of mine, Greg Schrader.
I can believe that.
A bit of an icon of the SA Ultimate scene.
Quench shoot again, Finn's underneath it, and he's collected this one much better, flipped it in, and that's another up winner for Quench, and they are loving it. Getting all about it, you hear that noise.
Yeah, they'll probably have a chat about it, work out what the score actually is. They look like they're walking on, so we'll get confirmation on that score as we swap over to the far game.
I want to rip Schrader actually in the air here. He's gone up, he's ripped that down, you know, just like he asked for, put it in the air and he'll do the rest.
It's literally like every time I huck it to him, if it's in the air, he does the rest.
Oh, and that's a shame. All his hard work's been undone. They've given it back to the handler set there, and he's tried to pop it over the hands of his mark, but maybe just a little too grippy, and Carnage will have the full field to work. Bet you $5 they rip it deep here.
You know, that's a solid bet. Oh,
unbelievable. What a safe handler move. Finds the boy at the one, flips it over to the break side.
Oh, great grab. Lucky someone was pointing a camera at it.
Unbelievable. Carnage really stepping it up here. Really great to see that response from them.
Yeah, they really need to put in a couple of points. Maybe not like that.
And a bit of a stoppage coming from here.
So I think we're going to change the score on this close game to 7-3. It's fair enough with me, more Frisbee. And they're in a bit of a huddle, so they're going to take a quasi timeout / half. But yeah, I'm not paying too close attention to every score. I was just trying to iron out some bugs so I could get both scoreboards and get my brain working to do both games. So we'll stay with the far game for now while they're having their huddle.
Yeah, just remember that, everybody have a good time and the points don't really matter.
Except in these games, they matter a little bit.
That's true. That's true. One of the features of the Ultimate Australia Tour is that if you win by more than 5, you get a bonus point, and if you lose by less than 5, you get 1 point instead of 0 points for a loss. And I assume that at some point that will become important. Outbreak doing a great job. just out the front. Ballarat flips ones. There's people in the area. Oh, Schrader again. He's popped that one up. He's really grabbed that creative throw from Ballarat. And Outbreak taking up Winder and cement their hold on this far game.
Yeah, 6-2 is a great spot to be if you're Outbreak.
So really seeing some teams take control of these games and really start to lock down and pull away. And unsurprisingly, the team that is doing that is the team that's able to get those upwind breaks, you know, being able to punch it into the wind, and while the other team is really struggling, is what's been the difference so far.
Yeah, as we get some extended stoppages from both games, we find ourselves looking at the final or the third place game longingly behind us.
Yeah, that's Colony I-Beam in the third place game, and the other Colony versus Chile in the first place game.
It's probably a bit ambitious to try and cover more than 2 games.
Yes, ambitious to the point of foolish, I would think.
I think we were already there, Swan.
I think we're doing a great job.
Revolutionary. Instead of getting 1 good game, you get 2 poor ones. It's great.
You know what? Quantity has a quality of its own.
Speaking of quality, we can go to the far field. I'm all about those segues. Oh. We've got some stoppage, so the brick's coming down.
That's all right. There's been another pull on this close field, and it's going out the back again. So,
oh, everyone gets the same stoppage. A lot of love for everyone.
Is it too much to ask for action happening at the same time?
Yes, is the answer.
All right. Well, anyway, on the far field here, Carnage bringing up the disc to the front of the end zone.
Oh, they're going to have a race. They're going to have a race. It's close. Go Ballarat. You got it. You got it. Carnage probably first.
Carnage first. Ballarat running, though. Do a little jog up the end zone. I do like to see that. Carnage off to the races here. Struggled with their offense, and Outbreak are playing them in a match, just guarding those unders hard. And they're going to look to shoot. Oh, what a lovely shot. Asking a lot from his receiver, but he makes the play. That's a great grab. The only question would be whether or not he's in or out of the end zone. As Ballarat going into the win have turned it over, and Quench looking for a quick, easy score.
Yeah, so out of the end zone was the call, but a quick flip to the other player gets the goal as we have a turn here.
Yeah, Quench unable to complete in a short field. Carnage going into the wind again, so that's good signs from them as we approach this sort of half-time type region. And Ballarat about half field here.
Oh, sold me a house with that fake.
Absolutely. And they're staring down a zone. Looks like a 3-3-1 from bench. 3 players around the disc, 3 in the middle, and a big shot over the top from Anno Hagen. Matthew Finn can't get it. Ballarat knocking on the door of an upwind score here, and they punch that one in. Corbin's put that disc into the dirt where it belongs.
Great stuff from Ballarat.
Absolutely. Nice to see this. Carnage and Ballarat, both teams trailing, both going into the wind here. Bit of fire, bit of fight.
Yeah, it's what we want.
The intermission, just had to order my lunch.
Oh, what's on the menu, Rob?
Standard Frisbee lunch, a wrap with probably 3 different dips, 2 different meats, cheese, chocolate, chips, all that health food.
Yeah, I've been here since 6:30 this morning, and wouldn't mind some breakfast or lunch.
Oh, unbelievable. Well,
one thing for sure, the dinner's going to be massive.
You have earned it. All right, that's another pool landing in the downwind end zone on the far field.
Doesn't roll quite as far. Still the defense can set.
Good. Maybe they heard us.
Yeah.
Sean Davis bringing up the disc again here. His inside flick is quite incisive. It's got a lot of penetration and spin on it, and so I think that's going to be really useful to their offense. But Carnage coming out in what looks like a bit of a different look here. They've got 3 players around the disc, a bit of a zoning action going on. Outbreak not really going anywhere, as on the close field there's a pool, and that's under the demountables.
Shout out the back.
Yep.
All right, we'll stay with the far field for now. Score is 6-3.
Yep. Connecting a lot of passes here, which is nice to see, but unable to get any ground or get any momentum against the zone. So Simon Talbot, with a bit of a wrinkle here, might be able to actually generate something, might be able to find some blocks and get something done for Carnage here. If they can get a break here, push it downwind, that'll be really good. So some real fight and fire as we get into the sort of mid portion here.
Yeah, there's a lot on the line for Outbreak. They're the host team of nationals, and if they can't qualify, it'll be a difficult pill to swallow.
Having to show up and clean up and pack up and not actually do anything, tough.
Put in all the hours of volunteering that it takes to run a big tournament and not see any of the rewards of being able to play.
Yeah, so a big shout out to Ellipsis Ultimate, who have been running this tournament and doing an incredible job at it. So that'll be Quench going into the wind here on the close field, using some creative throws to break around this, what looks like a pommy zone, potentially with an assassin.
Or some revolutionary Greta Murdoch tactics probably, gets the job done.
Oh, and they've coughed it up in this short field here.
Just have a quick flick over to the Carnage game.
Oop.
End zone shot can't be completed, we'll come back.
Nice to see the creative range of break throws that are coming out here. Given the downwind, you really can pop ones over the top and they'll float a little bit. They won't go too far up at the very least. They might go straight down into the dirt, but they won't go too far up. Tom Boyle will hammer over the top, and that is on a dime. Anthony O'Hagan in the back corner of the end zone for that goal.
Yeah, Ballarat really want to fight here, bringing it back within 2. As we've had 2 hucks to no one on the far field.
Yeah, some serious yardage game.
Yeah, I'll give you a minute or 2 to have a bite of that lunch. Yeah. On the far field, Ramadan on that death corner. Manages to get it back to Davis, through to Baddocks. 7-5 on the close field, 6-3 on the far.
Sean Davis on the run, really putting a lot of work here. So some of the best players Outbreak has, really marshalling out the back here. Beautiful break throws coming out. The stability of those swings really gives you a lot of hope about what Outbreak can do working against the zone as they inch their way up. Baddocks with a disc. Well, elects not to take the shot. He's got Nathan Dignam really open deep, but that is a challenging throw.
Yeah, Baddocks is coming to the realisation that he's a good role player and that he should holster a few of those errant hucks that the younger Baddocks would have just sent up.
You really love to see it.
Oh, I do. The rest of the team, not so much.
Wow. Either way, Outbreak making a really good attack here on the zone. Oh, there's a beating defender, can't get a hand on it, but neither can Sean Davis as they put that one down. Carnage going downwind there. On this close field here, Bench going open side. Musail shoots that one long, and Forrest on the end of that bids hard for it but can't make the play.
That would have been a highlight.
And they'll have a chat there.
A run-through block on the far field. Nathan Dignam.
Wow, creative, leading Baddocks out. Dignam again, will he return the flavour?
Oh, he loves the shot.
Inside.
Oh, beautiful.
Might not have his feet in, but Outbreak really threatening a score here. Can they? They've turned it over here before, but that's a beautiful cut, and they flipped that one in. And you can see the Carnage players are gassed. It's been a long point. They're working really, really hard. And Outbreak just put in yet another upwinder. That's a backbreaker.
Yes, speaking of long points, we return here to this one.
Tom Boyle yeets that one into the wind, and it goes straight down at the feet of his receiver. And the Quench offensive line will have an opportunity to hold going downwind.
Yeah, I forgive you stumbling over a few words. I've been stumbling all day.
I don't believe it, Rexy.
Oh, a man can do no wrong.
Absolutely. Chodos with a disc. Played with the Australian mixed team, the Barramundis, at the Asia Oceanic Championships in Shanghai. That's a great block. A lot of pressure on, and Mitch Braddock can't reel that one in, can't close his hands around it. And Ballarat with a rare shot to push in an upwinder here. Anthony O'Hagan breaks the mark, goes inside of Tom Boyle, and he loves it. That is an upwinder for Ballarat, showing some real signs of life here, bringing the deficit to 1.
Yeah, the excitement, that's what we're looking for. Ballarat's excited. It's hard to, even though you're up, as Quench, think about this game as being in a winning position because you don't have the momentum. Everything's been sucked from you.
Yeah. Outbreak doing a really good job of really closing out, putting a stranglehold on the game on the far field. Looks like the score is 11-3.
Do you have 11?
I have a 1 and a water bottle.
Yeah, I think by my count it's 7, and I've got a eye on the sky over there texting me updates. So 7-3 on the far field.
All right, don't listen to me. Rex has got a person on the inside.
Yeah, my old mate Reese, who's recently relocated to Victoria, has come down to help me out for the weekend.
What a lovely gentleman. So Outbreak consistently going into the wind though, and Carnage showing difficulty going downwind, really having a hard time putting those ones in. So I think that over the sustained game, unless Carnage can really put some different defense out, really show something different to Outbreak and start getting a lot of blocks, they're going to have a really hard time climbing back that deficit. It's nice to see that Silence Albert's got them throwing out a few different zone looks, but let's see what they've got in their bag of tricks there, as this close pull is yet another roller.
Yeah, I love the saying, never lose a game without giving a zone a crack.
Yeah.
If you play man the whole time and lose, like, that's a given you've lost the game. But if you don't try something else, you never know.
Throw the book at them. All right. Chodos running the disc back into action here for Quench. Coming out in this beautiful Hex offense.
Yeah, the Hex wasn't working so well in the last game we filmed, but see how it goes today.
Yeah, I think it really plays to their strengths as they've got a bunch of players who can all do a lot of little things, a lot of give go, a lot of quick movement, and spreading the action through a lot of their players. And Max Howard gets a little bit ahead of himself, and Tommy Ball puts that one into the dirt.
Yeah, the great thing about Hex, as our fellow ULTI.TV European cameraman Felix Schadler would know, is that you can generate consistent cuts every couple of seconds. With Vert, you're limited to a good option, you know, every 5 seconds, as some of the footage was showing us earlier today and yesterday.
Yeah. So on the far field, Carnage facing down an Outbreak zone of their own, going into the wind here, actually looking very good. This is a bit of a different line, what I suspect is the defensive line, or of a lot of the defensive players for Outbreak.
Yeah, Outbreak's actually running a 3-line system, but you didn't hear that from me.
Yeah, and Carnage doing okay. They've made it to about half field. They're really generating here. They've got a decent number of break throwers. We'll see how they go. On this close field here, Quench really threatening to score here. Linus with the disc.
Yeah, they'd love to take half, either team.
Absolutely. Currently in the safe hands of Chodos. Find a completion wherever he can get it. Musail on the far side here. Looks like they're almost coming out of their structure here. Sal for the great around. Love to see it. To Howden, to Forrest on the close sideline here. Done a little bit of splits there. Just centering nicely.
Oh, the block.
Pat Thorpe has come around again for a huge layout block. That's at least 3 he's got on the camera this weekend.
Yeah, and it's his second layout block to injury call.
Unbelievable. High level play. I mean, the big man can fly, but it really hits the ground hard.
We'll just take a second to zoom in on this celebration over here. It looks like Outbreak is happy with himself, probably having scored that goal, taking half.
Yeah, I had to look back. It looked like they potentially, Carnage made it quite of the way up, turned it over, Outbreak hucked it down, and then either completed that or went for a double turn.
Yeah, so we'll leave that field for now, content at 8-3, and focus on this close field.
Ballarat looking to even the scores up here. Really make a dent in this clench run. As James Walker puts that one in the air. Tom Boyle with a great grab. Got to have some patience out front of the end zone. Prendergast with a disc. Can't find an option. Finds Walker. Walker with no one at the moment. Flips it in. And that is Forsyth. Another one of the young guns. And it's 7-7. And they want you to know about it.
They're excited. We're excited.
Absolutely.
And I'd love for the people to get at home to get excited. 7-0, Rob. What does that mean?
That means this is Galaxy Point. Okay?
Galaxy Point. Galaxy
Incredible.
Point.
So Probably look like a timeout taken here, or maybe they'll just have a big old hangout in the middle of the field for no reason. But really, Quench will be going down. Quench, bench, French.
Whichever inch you need.
They will be going downwind here, looking really like they're in the commanding position to just close it out, looking for a good offensive hold, wanting to set themselves up as the experienced, calm team that they want to be. Ballarat want to just build on this energy. They're amped, they're firing.
Yeah, the momentum stop a timeout. That's why it's here.
Absolutely. Wise call from the experienced bench.
Bench looking to get on with it. Ballarat looking to milk this timeout for all it's worth.
Absolutely. Definitely some choice words. See a hat getting waved around. There's a real big amp-up speech going on that, and you can bet there'll be some bodies flying around in this next point. They'll be looking to make a serious dent here. As interesting to see there's double clash of attitudes coming at this point here. The fire, the youth, intensity, this Ballarat squad, and Quench looking to calm things down, looking to slow it down, do what they talked about in the timeout, run that structure, have a clean hold.
Yeah, this is the game that's looking like the one to film. The Ballarat Quench, everything on the line, everything to play for.
Absolutely. And a massive credit to Ballarat for clawing back that deficit they were in before. It really looked like they were really struggling to go into the wind, and Quench had done it a couple of times, looked really strong, but they've really fought back, taken a couple of crucial upwinders, flipped it in, got the blocks when they needed to happen, and this point going into half, it's just 1 point, but it feels like it's a lot more, and I think both of these teams will really ride the emotions and how they're feeling. So
it almost feels like there's a galaxy on the line, Rob Swan.
Well, I hope it at least is this galaxy that we're in now.
Oh.
No one really cares about Andromeda.
I hope you're enjoying our frazzled coverage.
All right, this short field pool, getting a little bit past halfway, which is pretty good for these conditions here, as Quench not looking good to come out the gates here. Muzar with the disc, doesn't like it to Howden, goes back to Chodos in the center here. Chodos, calm, finds Sal on the chest. Sal not looking for the break, goes to Forrest in the center. Forrest holding the disc, goes back wide to Chodos. Chodos has no options long at the moment, takes the lefty to Sal, who collects it. Flips that one into the middle, Forrest on the end zone line here, and yet another lefty. Very cheeky, and that's exactly what they want. I think Quench have gotten what they want here. Ballarat, you can see it in their body language here, a little bit of a walk around, not super excited about what they were able to offer there, and Quench will be very stoked.
They're excited. Yeah, the timeout really did exactly what they wanted. Just took a bit of the breath out of the Ballarat push and let Quench just walk it down the field.
And that's halftime on this close field here. As
yeah, it almost looks like they're about to start on the other one. So timed that almost well enough.
Absolutely. Looks like I've probably got another minute. Outbreak look calm and collected and ready to go. Carnage just finishing up their chat before they go again.
Huge shout out to everyone at home enjoying our coverage. Thanks to the tech support crew helping me out remotely. If you're enjoying any of this coverage, I promise the rest of the games aren't this chaotic. Got the Outbreak Carnage game on the far field looking to get underway. Both these teams have had a good weekend.
Stay with that for now.
Puck goes up, ball goes up from Baddocks. Nice lofty, just landing in.
good to see Outbreak landing that one in there.
Yeah, not enough of inbound pulls this weekend. My critical judgment of someone that can't do any better myself.
Yeah. Carnage showing some nice offensive here. There's a lot of space between their cutters and their handlers, which they're using quite effectively.
Great inside throw.
Bullman with a disc here, threading a long shot. Got those long arms.
Yeah, a bit of a long boy, Bullman.
Nice, working with his thumb, can't get the round off. Oh, and a late stall hammer. Is there someone under that? Unbelievable. The player from Carnage comes off the back of the stack, collects that one.
Yeah.
Great vision from him.
I think that a stall is the call.
Potentially, it's quite a late toss.
Yeah, the fact that the hammer even had to come out at all was a symptom of the stall count getting rather high. They'll have a chat about it. Contested stall as a result. The same throw comes up.
Right. Oh.
Different result this time.
Not as good. Didn't lead his player out so much.
Yeah, often when you get too much time to think about a throw, you just work it up in your head. Even if it's, I'll just throw the same throw I threw last time. Often the wind's gusting at a slightly different velocity. You can't always replicate everything.
A real shame. It would have been nice to see that hammer come down and dime again. As Outbreak have given it back. And Carnage going downwind here. Gonna get some points on the board. Inside flick. Oh, very tight defense. Carnage not looking to move it into the middle of the field. We're gonna send it up. Oh, and he just can't get hands on that.
Yeah, Davis doing just enough to make his presence known.
Yeah, a bit of a karate kick. Just so everyone knows how he's feeling.
Speaking of how you're feeling, a bit of huck and hope.
Wow, very well read and collected by Schrader, who sends it again. It's behind every artist, but he's got some time.
Oh, great beard. Doesn't come up with it though.
A little bit late. Would have liked to have seen him leave his feet and try and get two good hands underneath that.
Yeah, I think there was moments of, oh, this throw's gone way too far, and then, oh, I should have just run slightly faster. I would have been in prime position to make a good bid.
Or, you know, potentially Greg Schrader could have held on to it and dumped it.
I don't think that's anything wrong with Greg's decision making. He is my #1 Frisbee player in the world.
You're right, you're right. Wow, and he's screaming in nearly for a block there as Carnage shoots it. Oh, it's on the hands of Baddix. It's still in the air.
Oh.
That's a I'm trying really hard bid, and I bet that he is trying really hard. Oh, and that's an injury. So that'll be Outbreak's disc coming way back into the wind with a full field to work. Game looks like, I don't think either of these games will get to 15, at the very least not this far game.
Yeah, they're almost ready to start on this close, so we'll swap back to that as soon as it happens.
Absolutely. The Quench D-line out there, looking impactful. Give me some choice words from Dave Kahn. Greta Murdoch, done for delivering instruction.
Yeah, as Outbreak look to have another crack at this one.
Oh, and they're facing down that Carnage zone again, so that'll be a lot of passes for not much ground gain. As Ballarat on this close field, looking to come down. Anthony O'Hagan with a disc here. Elects not to take his under. He's got a cannon of his own. Back to Tom Boyle. He wants to throw a goal here. Beautiful dump. Prendergast on the sideline, and that is an injury call. Kevin Yuan down, clutching his ankle, looking like he's having a real bad time.
Not what you want to see.
What I do want to see is the sideline using the 2020 updated hand signals. Very good from Harry O'Hagan here.
Oh, what a man. Speaking of very good, let's look at the other field.
Oh, and the shot goes up again. Oh, Bullman's underneath it, not on the sending end this time. Oh, and he's just misread that one, and they've gotten tangled up with the spectators out the back.
Yeah, Fletcher's happy with himself.
Great club development and recruitment from heads of state. History of doing good things here.
Oh, they've always got 100+ players in the wings. A great squad. Speaking of great squads, Ballarat looking...
Tom Boyle shoots. Oh, it's on a dime. James Walker tries with a big spinning grab. Lets everybody know that he touched it.
Yeah, it's not enough in this day and age. Just merely touch the Frisbee.
You do actually have to catch it if you're playing offense. Or if you're playing defense, you should catch it. Or people will yell at you and tell you to catch your Ds.
Speaking of should catch, Nathan decides not to lay for a clearly perfect huck from Ramadan.
Interesting. Nathan Digman, a known layer-outerer.
Yeah, he's might be a one-trick pony, but he does that trick really well. He's a fast boy.
Yes, from some serious pedigree. The shot comes up. Max Howden, super sub, coming on this line here. Takes the disc, flips it there. Jack Scully, and that is a powerful upwinder. A beautiful shot from Don Doe.
Exactly how they were looking to start this second half.
Absolutely, using the injury opportunity to inject a bit of star power to this D-line, and that is a nice upwind break for Quench.
Oh, speaking about breaks, I don't know if it was a break, but Carnage just scored.
Well, that's good for them. They've narrowed the deficit to 4.
Yeah, and if they could time their stoppages to be at different times, that would be appreciated, but we've got a bit of dead space here. Good work from all teams.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think whilst it is quite difficult to generate repeatedly into the wind, a lot of teams are actually just getting it to their good thrower with a little bit of separation and just banging it out the back there. Using that meters gained option is really what they're looking for going into the wind, because at some point it's going to be more effective to just shoot it long one time than it is to attempt to complete 300 short passes.
Yeah, and we saw in the Chile game earlier, no spoilers if you haven't watched it yet, Jack, whenever he got the disc, just firing upwind, no matter who's up there, whatever, I can throw the full field, let's go.
Yes, and they're in the final, and I mean, if you have a thrower of that caliber, it's a good tool to have, and you can really make an impact.
Yeah, it's nice to see that the Div 2 retirement is working out well for him.
Yes, we've heard many rumours about it. Turned out to be a lie, as this banger of a pull will actually be a brick, not even landing in and rolling. But don't worry, it's still reached the car park.
Yeah, I feel like these downwind pulls, like a fat roller that rolls out the back, does the trick. You don't need to do anything special out to the sidelines.
Yeah, it's a real power drive action.
Yeah.
As on the other field, Outbreak pretty close to the end zone here, just sort of flipping this one here. Looks like Carnage unable to generate any sort of real pressure here.
Just with Brill.
Outbreak doing a great job of just attacking the mark, pushing the disc sideways whenever they can, and they'll be about 2 meters away from a goal here.
Yeah, on the stoppage of the other field, we'll come back to this brick mark on this close field.
And O'Hagan bringing the disc up here.
Ballarat really need this upwind point to stay in the game.
It's on this far line here, a lot of pressure from Quench. And Don Doe.
Great block.
One of the products of Bench. He's played with Bench for a number of years and only improved. Former UNSW player. In the middle there from Skelly, back to Doe. Doe with an incredible flick, but McGillivray can't bid for that. A really tough one. So we'll have a look at the far field here, and the shot goes up. Carnage going into the wind, and that is just too far. It's incredible looks. I must admit, I don't know the name. Might be Percy, of the player who's shooting those, but they are low and flat, but not turning over in the wind and not slowing down, which is something to be incredibly proud of.
Yeah, Australian looks to bring the disc back in on the far field.
Ballarat shooting immediately, getting it to about half field before there's a turn.
Well, and a close field turn for Carnage, opportunity to capitalise.
Been nice, bring the deficit back to 3. Carnage looks like they're really trying to chip away at Outbreak here, and Outbreak sort of take a foot off the pedal a little bit, then, oh, that's a big open side half, very well read by the defense.
Yeah, good block there. We'll swap back to this close game. Matthew Finn with the disc.
Flips in a flick, and Kevin Yuan recently
unfortunate drop.
Back from injury. Can't close his hand around that one. Ballarat into the middle of the field. Anthony O'Hagan with a diff. Beautiful
on the
flip.
far field, we've got a... Oh, that would have been a great highlight. It was a tip D. Just missed the layout score. Back on the close field.
Tom Boyle puts this one up in the air. There's only 2 players in the area, but it's dropping early.
Oh, that's what they wanted, Ballarat.
Prendergast has a much better read on that, takes the space exactly where he needs it to. And
Beautiful, beautiful huck. I assume Boyle, he's the one that throws all their dimes.
yes, it was. So very good from Ballarat, managing to get upwind of there, bring the deficit back to 1. Really threatening here, really looking like they're going to make some noise in this game. As on the far field, Carnage are running out of options. Very well reset. Smiley with the disc in the center of the field. Aggressively attacks the inside.
Oh, beautiful run through block from Trajan.
Yeah, this Outbreak defense has been unstoppable all tournament, and they're punished immediately.
Yeah, speaking of unstoppable, Wilson Tran. He's just come back from the beach campaign, was a star asset for their teams, and is a key cog in the Outbreak machine.
So Outbreak maintaining their stranglehold, with the points taking a very long time. That's the first score after half.
Yeah, 9-4, I believe.
That's the one. So both teams really struggling, but Carnage unable to capitalize on the opportunities that they're giving themselves, which is a real shame, because really the D that they're playing and is getting them a certain amount of blocks, and when those blocks come within a short distance of the end zone, you really need to be capitalizing there. And really, they're not going to get that many opportunities. And on this close field, real good game. Ballarat shaping up to every now and then be able to get an upwinder, and it can be quite difficult for Quench as well.
Yeah, speaking of quite difficult, this coverage. It's great though, like I feel like we're telling a lot of different threads of different stories at once, and the people at home are getting exactly what they want out of this stream.
Absolutely. Value for all of the money that they're not paying.
Yeah, we're making people from South Australia happy, we're making people from Victoria happy, making people from New South Wales happy, and the only people that will be sad are the losers of both of these games, missing out on the tour.
So very good geographic distribution by us. We're great. As Quench are about half out here, the disc with HOS finds Forrest in the middle. Forrest puts that one up. A big height mismatch, and Jan reads that very well. Takes that grab, and that's what this Quench O-line is all about. They've really worked hard, put that one in, taken the grab in the end zone there.
Oh, talking about working hard. Ramadan, he's playing his first Outbreak tournament with the big boys. Another score for him.
Yeah, Outbreak just showing their class, really. Staving off any sort of maybe comeback, or they looked like for a while that they were taking their foot off the gas and sort of easing up, but they really just stepped it up and kept the intensity high late into this game, and they've got a 10-4 lead to show for it.
Yeah, one of the stories from this game, Holdingthorpe. He's a Superman in the air, but he might be human when he hits the floor.
Time comes for us all, and gravity affects us all, some more than others.
Oh yeah, the bigger the density, the harder the fall.
I mean, probably on impact, but actually Galileo proved that all masses fall at the same rate. It's a very incredible experiment.
You're a learned fellow, Mr. Swan. It's great to have the dulcet tones through the airwaves.
It's my absolute pleasure to be here in Melbourne at the Frog Hollow Reserve in Endeavour Hills.
Yeah, we're happy to be here, providing you some great dual stream coverage. I would love a double pull, that would be sick, from the same end zone, just not to be.
Yep.
Oh, the dual purpose of this Carnage support squad is they stop the pull rolling too far out the back.
Yeah.
Maybe they could work it on this field as well.
Classic Andrew Maroney style, channeling Dario a little bit, put a hand up and actually not impacted the disc at all, bounced over them and making their player walk it all the way back there. But
Moz is a superstar, doing a lot of commentary for us on the ULTI.TV team.
Absolutely. Working on his tan though, I'm sure that'll be good.
Yeah, we can't wait till he retires and we hear more of him. A nice trap from the Outbreak boys.
Quench with a quick turn here, popped off this shield and then a pop over. Oh, and Matthew Finn stealing from his teammate.
There's a bit of a call. See if we've got anything in the replay. I think Boyle was saying that he was a bit scared and he had to pull out, otherwise he would die, which is probably a fair call. Finn saying, I'm good at Frisbee, I caught it. That should be a goal, right?
Well, normally that is the case. But over here on this far field, you have to catch it in the end zone to make goals.
Yeah, so the theory from Boyle is that he doesn't want to cause anyone any injury, including himself. And if he has to make significant changes and pull out of things, it's a dangerous play call. I think it might be retracted, potentially. We'll stay with this far field for now. Carnage with the disc in hand.
Looking good, as they have in the past. Well, electing not to shoot. This is good work, good work. They're pretty close to the end zone here. They're really doing a great job of attacking this Outbreak zone. That's a beautiful break, but just need to continue that movement. Occasionally they get a nice slicing shot through, but they really need to be able to consolidate that.
Yeah, the outcome of the discussion on the close field is that the disc will go back and the goal does not count. Fair call, I think, watching the replay.
Carnage maintaining possession here quite nicely, not actually achieving anything else, but that's a good first step. Oh, and that's flipped up, and that's out of the hands. Unbelievable. Carnage have done all the hard work and then just coughed it up chiefly right at the end there.
Yeah, we'll swap back to the close field.
Don Doe with the disc, looking to flip that one in, and they've done it. Very good. Quench go up another one. They're maintaining the separation. They're sort of keeping Ballarat at arm's length here. Ballarat look really threatening. They look like they're going to have a big impact here and get something done. But
speaking of really threatening, the man himself, Wilson Tran, another goal for Outbreak.
Yeah, Outbreak all class. That's got to be a heartbreaker for Carnage. They were meters out of the end zone. Really had an opportunity to put some points on the board, get a bit of their legs under themselves, but looks like Outbreak's got all the guns and really able to get it done. As we've got a timeout on this close field here, bench running around celebrating what they've done so far, which is admirable.
Yeah, after the big fight to come back from Ballarat, Quench put the pedal on the gas and then told them that actually, I think we want to win this game also.
Interesting, interesting.
Hope you're enjoying our ambitious double coverage. It's going all right, I think.
I feel good about it. Ballarat got to work someone out here. I think they have something there. There's something in this bag of tricks that it's going to enable them to put a dent in what Quench is doing and really like stop those upwinders coming off. If they can stop that, start trading, then it's only a matter of time before they get one themselves and really start to tighten this back.
Yeah, I suspect the bag of tricks of Ballarat is significantly large. They've got some great minds there, supportive of their campaigns.
Absolutely.
Speaking of great minds, swap over to the HOS. Simon Talbot.
Carnage at about halfway here, and a big hammer goes up, and his players were not ready for that one.
I think receiver error is the words that come to mind.
Yeah, it looked good out the hand.
Yeah, the shot selection was on point also.
Yes, definitely. And Outbreak gonna go into the wind here. Carnage need to be able to stop this happening. If they can stop Outbreak going into the wind and get this some sort of, at least start getting all of their downwinders, then they've a chance to do something here. As Sean Davis immediately dumps and breaks whatever zone it is that this Carnage team is playing.
Yeah, we're getting some love on the social media about the double game coverage. I'm glad you're enjoying it as much as I am. It's potentially the future. Let's just cover 8 games at once with pool play.
Absolutely, multi-screen that Frisbee wall.
Yeah, let's get it happening. The key to that is supporting us. If you're enjoying this coverage, please consider throwing a $4.90 our way, subscribing, watching all the games from the weekend, reliving the moments. We filmed 10 women's games tomorrow, 10 women's teams yesterday, Oh, and just filmed a cracker D there.
Very good. And that's really good. Carnage show flashes of being the team that can beat Outbreak here. You know, they're able to get open, they're able to make good cuts, and they can really get some good Ds here. But Schrader elevates over the top and then tries to throw the goal, punishes immediately. Schrader is just all class.
Yeah, throwback to 20 minutes ago when you were digging my hero. He comes good.
I want it stricken from the record that I ever said anything bad about Greg Schrader. As on this close field, Tom Boyle yeets that one into the air. 2 Quench players, and Damon Prendergast with it, absolutely the perfect read. And Ballarat bang that one in, going downwind.
Yeah, bringing it back to 9-11. Important score from Ballarat.
Yeah, Bush did it. Ballarat give themselves what they need, though. This is a nice, calm, downwind hold from them. And now it's the action. Now they need to make it happen. Now they need to stop this bench offensive line from getting this downwinder. They need to throw something different at them. I don't think that a uptick in intensity is what they need. I don't think they need more fire here. I think they need to show something different, make this bench offensive line look uncomfortable.
Yeah, as maybe Carnage calls the timeout on the far field, trying to look to score a couple of points, build some pride before the end of this game.
Yeah, it's 12-4 now. Doesn't look like they haven't scored this half.
Yeah, a solid half from Outbreak. 4 points on the trot.
Yes, pretty damning for Carnage. Couple of ones that got away there, but you know that can't be the excuse every time. Eventually, you've got to start making it count.
So, revolutionary was the words to describe this double coverage, and we appreciate your support.
Nice, that's very good. I'm a massive fan of the Revolution.
Oh, as am I, Rob. As the pool goes up, Quench looking to put a few more nails in the Ballarat coffin.
Sal and Shodos working very effectively in the middle here. They find Braddock.
It's hard for me to tell they're 2 different people, both in the same outfit.
Very good, very good. They got different hats.
My mistake.
Shodos finds Howden. Howden elects not to shoot long. He's got Forrest out the back. Goes back and forth with Sal. Sal finally jinx and gets open, finds Howden again. Howden really taking Boyle for a run here. Boyle can't put a stop to him, and I've seen that before. Forrest finds Muzal in front of the end zone here, and that's it. It's not the end of the game here. There's still a chance for a late outcome, but they just didn't look like they were even slowing that Quench offense.
Yeah, by my count, there's about 10 minutes to go on the clock. Did have a bit of a interesting moment at the start, trying to make everything work, but we're here. We're loving it.
Absolutely. And it's good to see. It feels like the teams that are winning are playing better, which is always good. But Ballarat just, like, that was their opportunity there. If they can put one in a downwind here, stay within 2 points, then they'll have another opportunity, but they need to find something different. Their match defense is being really shredded by this Quench O-line's hex. So they need to force them out of that. They need to find some way to do something different. And, you know, whether that's putting all their best defenders in the same line, putting all their eggs in one basket, they're going to be running out of opportunities to do that. Yeah,
the previous game we filmed with Sublime and Quench, Sublime did a great job of just upping that level of physicality and really stifling any of the hex options. Ballarat a bit more clean on defense, I should say.
Yeah, Sublime known for a pretty high level of physicality and occasionally crossing that line of acceptability. As Anthony O'Hagan's got a disc and he puts up one in the air, he's got Tom Boyle, 2 Quench defenders, but Tom Boyle potentially got a better read at it, but also it went out the back.
Beaten by the sideline.
Well,
the end zone, the back of the end zone.
Yeah, it's a tough time.
Speaking of tough times, Carnage trying to throw against this Outbreak zone.
They've done this multiple times. They get to about this point, they look really good. I really want to see them adapt, do something different here. Do what you've got to do. Hit these swings. Need to find, there's a lot of static people around the disc, only moving when it gets late in the count. We need to see an aggressive offensive attack, a lot of movement coming early if they want to be really busting this zone open and making some ground. Because they get to about halfway here and there's not much they can do other than call double team.
Yeah, the Carnage offense really stifled as the pull comes up on the close field.
Oh, you got to catch your D's there. Ballarat needed to stop that one. Quench with the disc, 5 meters out of the end zone here, and that's a flip in, and that is a backbreaker. That is a heartbreaker. That is basically the game for Ballarat. 13-9. Quench take a commanding lead late, and they just smother any opportunity that Ballarat would have had for a comeback there.
We'll get some of this celebration in frame. They're happy with themselves, these Quench boys. It's hard to keep up.
Yep. Ballarat know they've got to go into the wind here. They've got to get a bunch on the trot. Got to put their best players on and get a lot out of them to make this one happen here.
And speaking of trotting, Outbreak off to the races.
Yeah. Zone working well for them. Mazar shoots long, and that is an average shot, but still misread.
Yeah, great poker player, Mr. Smith, but couldn't reel that one in.
So, on the far field, Carnage with yet another opportunity to test their mettle against the Outbreak zone. Haven't been very successful so far. They've looked a little bit good, but they've just, I think, lacked the discipline and the belief, maybe, to provide enough options and to keep attacking enough to get them past that attacking brick mark. You know, often they'll get something done early, but there's just a lot of static plays. You can see their deeps are not super active. This is nice. They've got a few swing actions going on here. And there was a good option. Yeah, good option, poorly executed, and Outbreak just immediately looking to punish, moving so quickly to fall into an end zone structure. And they'll look to close this one out ASAP.
Yeah, a lot of these boys keen to start their long drive home. Get their preparations for nationals in order.
And they've just done that one, and you can see such muted reactions. I think it's going to be difficult for Carnage to muster the intensity to keep fighting and keep working. They're down 13-4. They're really going to need a lot here.
Yeah, speaking of swapping over to the other field, we are doing that right now.
Very good. Ballarat just needs a lot here. They just really need some miracles. I think they potentially have it in them. They've got the throwers. They've been able to connect on these up winners so far. It hasn't looked totally beyond them, but they've got to back themselves in here. They've got to back themselves to do something really amazing here. A few of their players are available, but the deep space is too clogged. Tom Boyle can't get anything done.
I'd love a fight back here.
Yeah, you'd love to see it. You'd love to see them do it. And this is the Quench D-line, who might present a little bit more difficulty. But Finn bidding on the mark there, trying to get something done, but not able. Boyle with the disc here, but there's just not enough threads deep. Being guarded really far enough. It's a great gainer coming under here. Four sides to the disc on this far sideline. You can see Ballarat not moving quickly, not attacking this game. I'm not sure if it's a lack of belief or a lack of strength here as he flips that one backwards and it's over the head of his thumb. Credit to the defense of Quench, making that really hard, but Ballarat not with the injection of energy that they would have needed to get 2 or 3 shots. You know, they've a nice quarter of the field shot that advances a disc was really good for them, but they need so much more than that.
Yeah, Ballarat did well working up the field, only to lose all their momentum on the backwards errant dump pass.
And Outbreak comfortably picking off a shot at the back, flipping that one down.
Yeah, good work from Dignam.
Again, as Quench punish, just knock in that short field turn. And
so we've hit game point at both games at the same time.
Incredible. And Quench and Outbreak looking like the deserving winners here. I think Outbreak really just showing their class. Absolutely dominant second half.
Yeah, you'd have to say that Quench and Outbreak qualifying for nationals is a good result.
Yeah, I think so. I would have liked to see some amazing stuff out of Ballarat. Hopefully they'll be able to muster the same squad and take them to Division 2 nationals and get a title there. That'd be really good to see. You know, they've absolutely got the class to bang it with some of the Division 1 teams, and they're really on the cusp here, but a few more players, a bit more training, and they could really, really make some noise there.
Yeah, fingers crossed we can get the final points of both of these teams if Outbreak or Quench score.
Quench coming back out for this D here. They've got to go into the win, so Ballarat have an opportunity to get to 10, get to keep themselves close, but then there would be a demanding, they've got to get at least 2 upwind breaks to get to a game point of their own.
If anyone can muster a comeback, it would be Ballarat. They've seen them do it before.
I think it's just got to be the belief. It's just got to be the belief, and that translating into the energy on field. Some of their players are working hard, doing everything they can. Really nice cutting from O'Hagan here, and just absolutely sends it along, as is their game. And that one is going to be well out the back. Prendergast underneath that, guarded by Leon Nyo, who is 14 years old and on the Australian under-20 men's team.
He would be amongst the select few 14-year-olds that have played for Thunder.
Absolutely, a rising star of his own.
Probably another one of those 14-year-olds on the Ballarat team. Maybe not 14 anymore, but definitely in his first of 3 campaigns. Beautiful work from Carnage, flipping in a goal, keeping the dream alive.
That's good. It's good to see that. You know, it's probably not going to result in a win for them, but it really means a lot. They'll really remember that. Oh, McGillivray with a nice beard, got a hand on it, but ground stripped on the impact.
Aaron smartly walking away from that one, realising that it's probably better off if there's actually something downfield happening before he picks up the disc.
Boyle looked at that option there, but a cute little poach from Trang closed that one off, and he'll send that hammer over the back there. Plays in the area, but Leon with a great block.
3 Quench players in the vicinity to have a block.
It's not what we wanted to see out of Ballarat, but if they can get another block here, that'll put them in good stand. But you
can't say I haven't given you your money's worth today.
Absolutely. Oh, and that's a shot. And there'll be a question about whether or not that landed in. It didn't, so that'll come back in where it crossed the line.
Potentially they're on board with our dual coverage and they wanted to throw it to the other field maybe.
Well, let's get some mix-up going, some real 2-on-2 action.
Oh, I think we're revolutionising ultimate coverage into the future, Mr. Swan.
Absolutely. Is it too early to call it genre-defining?
Oh, maybe it's a bit dense.
Anthony O'Hagan with a big outside-in flick. If that's going to sit, that could be beautiful, but it sails out by about a metre.
Yeah, a little bit of wind doing no one any favours.
Yeah, I mean the defense probably likes it, but no one likes the defense.
It's always offense's game to do good things. Defense's game to stop that happening.
Exactly, exactly. Carnage running down here on the far field. Outbreak looking to go into the wind again on their game point. See if they can put it to bed here or if they're going to need more.
Nice piercing throw from Ramadan.
Oh, and Quench can't connect on the swing.
Yeah, a drop from Outbreak. Sees a turnover on the other field as well. Carnage with the disc in hand. Ballarat with the disc in hand. Let's go Underdogs.
All right, Ballarat with a cheeky goal there. And now it's the real challenge. So they've put in the downwinder. They've managed to make it work after multiple turnovers in Quench. Or is Carnage shoot that one out the back?
Again, similar story, beaten by the back of the end zone.
Yeah, really like to see a couple more points from Carnage. Just a bit of feel good, but
both teams on this close field reaching double digits. We hit the 14-10. Only another 5 points to go. Keep the dream alive, Ballarat.
This is going to be everything they have here. If Ballarat want any, this is game point for Quench. They've got their offensive line on. They're going downwind. They're starting with a disc. They literally couldn't ask for a better position to be in. So Ballarat need to give them everything they have. This needs to be their best defensive line. They need to get a block, and it has to go in.
Speaking of need, there's a sudden need for the disc to be in the end zone of this Outbreak field.
Yeah, I don't want to see them get goal hungry though. It is their game point, but if they start chucking up garbage just because they think they can win here.
Speaking of which, clearly not Schrader's problem.
No, but yeah.
Davis putting up garbage, trying to put it to bed.
Yeah, really getting goal
Carnage
hungry.
is still awake.
It's the strategic equivalent of red line fever.
Yeah, only one more point to go, but closing.
You do actually have to score though. You can't just sort of like wait for the last point to end, which I think is good. You can't score and then have lost the game.
Yeah, by my count, time cap should have gone, but it doesn't matter. Still be a game to 15 regardless on both fields.
Let's see it from Ballarat here. Can they bring this defensive intensity? And there's an immediate pick.
And get both throwers in the frame at once. Nice work from Carnage.
Carnage going down the field. People in the middle of the field, blind down as the shot goes up. Outbreak defenders in the area. Sean Davis with the block there.
Davis does enough, and we come back to this close field.
Sal finds Chodos. Chodos shoots to Howden. Howden looks long, puts that one out to the right. Messiah with a chance to win the game, and they've done it. They've absolutely done it. Quench.
Yeah, great work from Quench Thirst.
Yeah, Ballarat not able to stop them at their strongest, and Quench being in that power position, being in the driver's seat enough times to get enough points to win the game and seal themselves a spot on the Australian Ultimate Tour and at the eventual national championships. So good for them, good to see them back at nationals again. Just doing enough. Let's hope that this year at nationals they can win at least one game. On the far field here, as we keep going, Carnage has a chance to get some points on, and they flip that one in quickly. Everett flipping his hat as well. He hates that, and I think Outbreak will be kind of annoyed. You can see they don't love this game. They don't really want to be here. They just want it to be over, which is probably why it's not over yet.
Yeah, similar feeling. A game that happened yesterday, Zig Theory, spicy Chile. The game went almost an hour over time cap. Chile unable to put that final point in the windy conditions. We just take another look at that final goal from Quench. Beautiful stuff.
Be interesting to think about what the chatter might be amongst Outbreak at the moment, if there's any recognition of the moment or recognition that they're definitely slipping, because I definitely see a decrease in intensity and a sort of just, oh, I want this to be over, let's finish this game.
Yeah, there's a definite sense of the want for this game to be over. There's a lot riding on this game, and even in this position, the emotion does overfill the cup.
Yeah. I think it's something that we want their experienced players to do, is just recognize that they still have to play well.
Yeah, I'm quietly a bit biased and optimistic that Outbreak gets this opportunity to go on this tour.
A big shot goes up, and it's quite out of the way. His man was quite deep. He just needed to put that one deep. But he's chosen the wrong edge. He's gone outside in and sailed to the wrong spot. So Carnage with an opportunity here to go into the win, but Outbreak, if they want to kill this game, they're going to need to lock down and play some serious D. Good. They look good off the stop disc. It's a nice swing, a nice break throw. Looking stable in the wind here. Oh, beautiful creative work. He wants that huck there. He's gone back to his. This is beautiful work. These two handlers generating a lot, and the shot's gone up. I don't know that there was even a cut there. Oh, and that's a goal. He's taken that one out the back of the pack, and he's taking that goal. Outbreak will be fuming.
Yeah, speaking of fuming, I got the score slightly wrong, so it's now actually 7, so 14-7. The dream's alive.
Absolutely. It's a shame that they don't get a second half time once the other team reaches 8 points. Just got to keep pushing and grinding all the way through.
Yeah, half's an interesting concept.
Especially because it's called half-time.
Yeah, there's a few half-times that happened almost like after the time cap was called on the women's games yesterday.
Yes, I've enjoyed the advent of the 55-minute half-time cap.
Yeah, it's good. It just means that someone has to keep time, which doesn't necessarily always happen.
No, I normally hate doing it. I've thoroughly enjoyed the experience of being just a player and not a coach this season. I don't have to think about any numbers at all and just go to the gym a lot.
Oh. That's great to hear, Rob. I hope your guns are better for it.
I'd like to think so.
Speaking of guns, singlet on the far field, ripper pull.
Very nice. Oh, that's nice and flat. That's going to land in, and it's not even going to roll.
Do you like my segues, Rob? I've been working on them.
Absolutely.
I feel like it's a necessity if you're going to cover multiple games. I'm still sneaking them in, even though there's only one game to cover.
Yeah, you could work on news coverage.
Oh, mate. There's a long list of things that I probably should do with my life. Hold this pole while everything fucking blows over is one of them. Apologies for the F-bomb.
People need to know how windy it is, which is very, very...
Definitely 4-letter word windy. I'll probably go back and edit that out. Not usually a commentator. As you would know, I'm just doing my best behind the scenes to keep everyone entertained.
You're doing a great job. As Outbreak are doing a great job against this Carnage zone. It's just a regular pommy here, but there's quite a lot of space and they just get a lot of shots through. Shots through the cup obviously being pretty much a death knell for any pommy. Obviously once you get past that 4 players around the disc, you're suddenly at a massive numbers advantage. Baddock's not electing for the quick swing though, rather lose ground a bit on that one. But Outbreak needing to show a lot of discipline here. It's the game point. They've had about two, maybe 3 game points now. And this one's probably going to be...
Yeah, I believe 14-4 was the score before the 3-point run from Carnage.
Unbelievable. Great show from Carnage. You love to see it, you know? Really that fire, that fight, putting points on the board. You know, they might not think they can win the game, but there's absolutely value in backing yourself and trusting yourself and keeping the fight. So we'll have a chat about something or other. Maybe having a chat about who's having what for dinner, who's cooking.
Yeah, I'd like to know who's cooking.
I'm going to go to the pub and get a palmy.
Oh, chicken permission. I'm glad you said palmy. We can be friends.
Oh, yes. That's a great block. Outbreak getting goal hungry again. This is beautiful. If Outbreak just can't reel it in and start getting more angry and go for a real implosion here, that's what I go for. But Carnage need to capitalize on this by putting some more points on the board. They've still got a long way to go.
Yeah, I feel like Outbreak was trying to get in on the dual coverage too, throwing it into this close field.
Throw looked good. Old mate with a disc here read it perfectly.
I figured out the problem. Schrader's standing on the sideline.
Oh, unbelievable. Your boy's not involved. That's a lovely shot. Oh, and that's an incredible grab.
Actually, there's Schrader right there.
Wow. Unbelievable. I can't believe Schrader didn't get the block.
I don't know what you're talking about. It must be someone else.
Carnage with a chance here. Carnage with a chance. Someone open it. Oh, beautiful. Love these dumps.
Good fight from Carnage. Even if they don't come away with a win, they'll come into the Div 2 campaign. Have a lot to be excited about.
Absolutely. And that's a bit of a heartbreaker. A real drop there. But Carnage threatening there. Threatening. You know, Outbreak just can't seem to keep it together. But this Carnage zone, you'd really, when they put this pummy on here, this bloke playing the mark needs to go far around. He's standing in front of the players. He's got 3 defenders there. He needs to go around, force the person with the disc to throw into the cup. So these swings backwards and forwards and going around the back of the cup, that straight up shouldn't be happening. They should be forced to throw into the cup, forced to find tiny windows. And he has just been running a marathon. That's beautiful. Sean Davis getting a little too relaxed there, and he has been punished. Old mate with a singlet on over the top of his footy jersey.
He loves it.
Oh, and that's a goal. Unbelievable. Carnage on the run. 6 points to go. Can they do it?
My money's on yes, they can.
Absolutely. It's what the people want.
I'm trying to find my mouse to operate the scoreboard, but it's blown off the table.
Hey Google, update the score.
Yeah, the other scoreboard automatically does its thing.
Wow,
But this one is a bit more finicky because the triggers aren't programmed because I did 2 scoreboards on the fly.
Unbelievable. Well, look, creativity and adaptability is mankind's greatest trait, and it is what has elevated us over the lower mammals.
And we're here, 14-8.
Absolutely. Carnage with some real spirit here, really giving us something to watch. It's really good.
Hope you're enjoying it at home. We're putting it out for free. Bit of a freebie. If you're loving the coverage, check out the rest of the games in the week. Throw us a few bucks. Get behind us. We want to film more Ultimate. We want it happening. If we get a few more subscribers, we can double the fields we film. We can bring more crew. We can make everyone happy. Get behind us, please.
Absolutely. And a bit of Schadenfreude here for Outbreak. Nice to see them. I wouldn't call it an implosion yet, but there's a bit of choice words being shared I can have a look at. And Carnage look like they're moving fast. You know, I think they can smell it in the water here. They believe in themselves here. They've got a long way to go, but if they've put on their zone against the downwind here. Oh, beautiful transition into match here. If they can actually get a couple of blocks, they're able to make a difference here. Oh, and that one's popped up. Carnage with a chance. We are on the run.
You'd have to say at this stage, whichever team scores that final point, deserving of this win.
Absolutely. Whoever scores the most points should definitely be declared the winner.
It's so good. All you got to do, throw the Frisbee, catch it in the end zone, you win, right?
Yes, repeatedly.
Revolutionary. And you're a big fan of revolutions.
Absolutely, dude.
Speaking of revolutions, it's not quite enough on that disc there.
Yeah. Good touch, poor edge.
Great pick up from Fole. Big shout out to Foley, about to become a dad.
Nice. Let's see if he can birth a nice throw here.
Oh, beautiful segue.
Thanks. Sean Davis will be close on the line. Outbreak threatening to close it out here. If they can show more patience they have throughout this game, that'll be good. Looks like Sean Davis will have a chat with his mark about something, and that'll be a foul. Not looking like Sean was actually affected at all. Maybe he just felt a bump and wanted to stop the game a bit.
Oh, sometimes he feels like letting you know what the rules are.
Yep. Not the
valuable asset to the SA Ultimate community is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yep. That's what I meant to say as well.
100%. Yeah, appreciative of all the volunteer hours he puts in.
Nice. Carnage making a stand here. Sean Davis with the lefty flip over the top. This Carnage defense, they are energized. They are up and about it. That sideline is noisy.
Oh, there's Carnage everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Nice to see. They got a few of their... Oh, and that's a shot again. It really loves those hucks, but they are just so low.
A little bit too flat, a little bit too low.
Yeah, good penetration into the wind, but it's really got to be a little more in the air for his receiver. It's Carnage, they've got this energized D, they've got the disc where they want it. They need to be able to get Outbreak to cough up a cheap turn here. As Sean Davis shoots immediately, that one looks like it's going to sit in. Oh, and it's blocked. Carnage, they cannot be stopped here.
Yeah, Brill just can't quite put those last two steps. Just needs a bit of afterburners. Carnage getting excited. They're enjoying themselves, I would say.
Absolutely, and unbelievable. Great defensive effort. Oh, for an Outbreak. Oh, that's just a bit of a miscommunication. That's a bit of a shame. But don't worry, Carnage is in it to play D for the next half an hour.
Oh, they love it.
Foles getting a lot of action here, running and gunning as they're on the far sideline. Flips a lot of those dad backhands appropriately.
Oh, many more to come.
Can't get it off this line here, a lot of pressure. Oh, collects it in traffic. Outbreak, 10 meters and probably 40 good throws away from a goal. But they've got to happen, one after the other.
Yeah, there we go.
Outbreak, after a number of fail opportunities, execute a dump swing score, and that'll be the game. So, great fight from Carnage, really showing their class, really not rolling over too much, really good to see. But Outbreak truly the class team at the end of the day. And Outbreak will be going on the tour, 2 nationals, along with Quench and all the other teams placing 1st and 12th.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us on this double coverage. I might flip around and show a bit of the final, if anyone cares about that. But yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Rob Swan, for joining us.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Big shout out to the ULTI.TV crew for all the work they do.
And as we were saying, throw us a couple of bucks. I don't like begging, but I'm here doing it. Thanks for tuning in.
ULTI.TV.
Pulling double duty again. Sorry about the angle. We just captured a Colony score. This is actually the final of this tournament that we've flipped around to see. We really wanted to bring you the action of the games to go, where the excitement was, and boy was it a sight to see. Double coverage, I hope you enjoyed it. We'll finish this game off over here. We've got Colony in black, Chile in white. Yeah, getting excited. Having a bit of discussion. Just the right time to tune in. Lots of action as we zoom in on Gak up the field. Maybe a timeout. I'll just leave it rolling and come back to you if there's something that happens. After a quick sprint over, maybe more of a slow jog, have confirmed the score to be Universe. Not exactly sure of the numbers, but the next goal will take the tournament. Hope you're enjoying this stream. Reiterating again, please consider subscribing to our content. Colony starting on D. Making a real showcase of this final point. That's probably a cracking final. It's probably the first tournament I've been to without even watching the final. They're getting excited. Gak happy to gain an extra metre or two with the roll. Reset. Oh. Drop from Rikaki. Short field for Colony. Nice swing. Beautiful D from Chile. Rikaki would be happy to hear that his team's got his back. Gives him another chance with the disc in hand. Luckily looking to get it down the other end of the field, as he does. Rips it. Beautifully grabbed. This will be the game that got away if Hot Chili can close it out here. And they've done it. A bit of despair from Colony, elation from Chile. It's a game for the history books. Chile, deserving champions. And we'll finally wrap it up here. Thank you so much for joining us. Catch you at the next tournament.
ULTI.TV.